Hey everybody, it's me, Janine. I have not been on live for a little while. Put some other music on. So I haven't been on live for a little while. I hope you guys can hear me. Um, I've been shooting a lot of short videos and posting them, and occasionally doing live here and there. Hey, they trying to jam up in here. Hey. Yeah, so I'm on my StreamYard Live. And the reason I keep looking over here, I got my microphone right here. So that's why I keep going like this over to the side because I'm trying to hit that microphone right. But anyways, let me set this up better. So I can set this up better. Microphone. So tonight we're going to talk about the movie Roll Bounce. It's a movie, I think it was shot in 2005, I believe, and it stars Little Bow Wow and some other notable actors: Wesley Jonathan, Mike Epps, late great Charlie Murphy, Megan Good. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this music off. So we're going to go ahead and get down to it. If you want to come in later and watch that, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and continue with my broadcast. So let's get to it. So what is this? That's not Roll Bounce. What is that? Okay, let's just go back and talk about who is in this film. Top cast: Shad Moss, Xavier X as Bow Wow. Megan Good plays Naomi Phillips. She's his love interest in this film. Chai McBride, Curtis Smith, Rick Gonzalez Naps. I can't pronounce this Biswini, Irving, Sonia, Kalita Smith, Vivian. Charlie Murphy as Victor. He was one of the funny trash collectors. Paul Wesley, you probably seen him in Star Trek. He's been on Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. I think it's Strange New Worlds as doggone it. Captain Kirk. Yeah, he played Captain Kirk on the new Star Trek series. And then also he was on a vampire series. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you what vampire series he was on. Just giving you these people started with small parts and they went on to do bigger things. Paul Wesley. Oh, Vampire Diaries. Yeah, he was on Vampire Diaries on CW. Wayne Brady. I know you guys know who he is. Let's Make a Deal. Nick Cannon as Bernard. He was the guy that gave out the skates at the skating alley. Brandon T. Jackson, Marcus T. Paul. These people are part of his crew. Brandon T. Jackson played Junior. You might remember him from Big Mama's House. He was Big Mama's House 2. Markin T. Palk, Boo. Khalil Thomas, Mixed Mike. Journey Smollett, Tori. I know you know who that is. She was on Birds of Prey. A lot of different movies and TV series. Mike Epps, the comedian, played Byron. You may remember him from Friday After Next and Sparkle. Wesley Jonathan as Sweetness. Danielle Uboot as Roy. Daryl McDaniels, Garden DJ Smooth. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer and then we're going to talk about this wonderful movie.
The Fantastic Four deserve
Oh, why
a
is this
fantastic
add-on?
pizza with 4 different topping combinations. So there's something for the whole team.
Get a Fantastic
Okay.
4-in-1 pizza, only $7.99 at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Here we go.
There
What
is,
is
and I
this?
really mean this, such a thing called magic.
I don't know why they keep showing all
That
this
is the most
stuff. I'm
amazing
trying to show
thing
you
that
the
I have
trailer.
seen ever. This was meant
Why?
to happen.
This is not going well. Sorry.
You're going to break the record.
I don't know why I can't get the trailer to show. Hold on, let me try again. I'm sorry, people. Come on.
Hollywood swinging. Said,
Yay. Okay, I'm sorry for that mix up. So that's the movie Roll Bounce. And so basically it's about Xavier or X and his friends who used to it takes place in Chicago. The south side and the north side of Chicago, and it was the year 1978. And so the story is Xavier and his friends used to skate at the skating rink on the north side called the Gardens, and it closed. So then they had to go to another side of town, the north side, to start skating. And okay, what's the name of that skating rink? Sweetwater. Okay, so they had to go to the north side and start roller skating over there. And so the thing that they left out in the trailer, so this movie isn't just about roller skating or in competition. It's also about this family who lost their mother, their wife. So the mother had passed away from cancer, and so they were rebuilding their lives a year later after the mother had passed. And so it's also about grief and how people deal with grief. The father, Chai McBride, so they had to just deal with all this grief, and he didn't know how to raise his kids because the wife was the person that raised the children. So he was struggling trying to raise a son and a young daughter. I think the daughter at the time, she was 6 years old. And Xavier, or Bow Wow's character, he's probably like 13, 14. So he had to take care of these young children and then also figure out how to provide for them because he lost his job. He was an engineer, and the company that he worked for suddenly closed. So he was out of work looking for a job, and being an engineer back at that time, 1978, a black engineer, he was not finding a job. Nobody wanted to hire him because he was a black engineer, even though he was well educated and had experience. Nobody wanted to hire him because he would go to the interviews and they were just like, no, no, no. So he finally found work as a janitor. And so basically he was pretending for a while that he had a job, dressing up every morning and leaving the house, but he really didn't until he found a job as a janitor. And Xavier found out and basically, told him, you've been lying to me for weeks, so on and so forth. So that was a pivotal scene right there. And also, so Xavier, or Bow Wow, he gave a great performance as the son. And then also Chai McBride, he gave a really good performance as the father. And Mike Epps and Charlie Murphy, oh, they were the comic relief. They were so funny as the trash collectors. And what I remember when I was watching the trash collectors, there were two people on a truck. You're not going to see that these days. There's only like one person on a truck, and then they have a electronic arm that picks up the garbage and puts it in the truck. So that was like a flashback moment for me. In 1978, I was 12 years old. So a lot of this movie just brought back really good memories. Oh, this is my hair. This is a Afro wig. This is an Afro wig that I have on. I moved back. See, it's my Afro wig. So yeah, my Afro wig. So this movie brought back a lot of really great memories of growing up. Now, I used to go skating, but I was not good at it. I pretty much sucked. I used to skate like this with my arms out. And oftentimes I would fall because I couldn't skate. But it was this movie is just very family oriented, and it takes me back to a time before there was all the crack that came into the Black neighborhood, because the neighborhood was predominantly Black that they lived in on the south side of Chicago before all the shootings and all the drugs came into the Black neighborhood. And so you could see family, Black people being family and coming together as a community. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And the father and the son relationship, that was also good, because now if the father is in the home, because a lot of people, I'm not trying to talk against anybody, but a lot of people have children outside of marriage, and that's your business. I ain't trying to talk about you. But and so their father, a lot of times the father is not in the home. But this movie, the father was in the home, and he was also a disciplinarian. And he told his son, get up out that bed and take the trash out. And these kids nowadays will talk back to a parent like it's nothing. So he wasn't violent or hit him or anything like that, but he was very stern with his son. And so I like that aspect, because my father was stern with us. He didn't take nothing off of us. So it's good to see a strong Black male image, and how he was able to talk to his son and tell him, hey, you're not gonna be laying around not doing anything. You're gonna get up off your butt and you're gonna clean. So that I like seeing that strong male image. And Wayne Brady as the DJ was really, he was cool. I like watching him. And some of the scenes that stuck out to me, a lot of the scenes, like when Xavier had to be home before the lights came on. That was something that happened to me when I was a kid. You got to be home, be in the house before the street lights came on. And I remember the lights would start flickering. And so wherever we were playing, everybody just took off running, because that was like the rule, be in the house before the lights came on. So that was a really great scene, watching them all run and help them get in the house so they wouldn't get in trouble with their parents. And then, let me see. I love the music. They played the Bee Gees. Nobody Gets Any Love Anymore. I love the Bee Gees. Donna Summers, Love to Love You, Baby. Kool and the Gang, Hollywood Swing Gang. Yeah, that was my jam back in the day. Sometimes they were watching Soul Train on TV, so that was cool seeing that. And they played Earth, Wind, and Fire. And also, when Xavier had his friends over, all the bikes were in the front yard, so everybody in the neighborhood knew. They didn't have cell phones back then, but everybody knew where their kids were because all the bikes were in a certain person's front yard. So wherever the bikes were, that's where your kids were. So there were no cell phones trying to keep up with anybody, and that was really cool to watch. And see, and so, but what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, Sweetness, played by Wesley Jonathan. He played the heck out of that part. I mean, the skating scenes were just amazing to watch. The choreography, and I think they had to learn how to skate for this movie. So that was really impressive seeing them actually skate. Because, like I said, I was not a good skater. Now, the other thing I want to say, if you watch this film, remember the time period is 1978. There was no such thing as political correctness, okay? That was not happening back then. And so you're going to see a lot of scenes that might make you cringe. One of the scenes is when they were skating, when Xavier and his friends were skating at the Garden. This is before their roller rink closed. One of the very first scenes with this black girl, she was skating, and they skate up behind her, and it was popping her butt. They were all popping her butt. So that was one of the scenes that you would not like, but hey, it happened back then, and nobody really made too much of a big deal out of it. And then yeah, and then Mixed Mike is one of their friends. They called him Mixed Mike because he was biracial. His mom was white and his dad was black, so they called him Mixed Mike. Then Nappy, then they called this one guy, there's a Puerto Rican guy in the film. I forgot what his character's name is. So they called him Nappy Hair because they said you're Puerto Rican and your hair is just as nappy as ours. So they called him Nappy Hair. Then when they went to the north side to skate, Sweetness's crew, there was a Asian guy, a white guy, and then Sweetness. And then there was 3 girls that were always surrounding Sweetness. They were always wiping him down with the towels, like they were making a big deal out of Sweetness. I didn't know why these girls were like all on him all the time. But that was I didn't really care for that, but whatever. And so the Asian guy, when they were getting ready to roller skate, when Xavier or X and his crew was getting ready to skate against them, they called him Kung Fu. So I just want to let you know that there is no political correctness in this film. Don't go into watching a film, particularly before, I say, the 2010s. Don't go into watching an old film before the 2010s and think there's going to be politically correct, because it is not. That did not exist. Oh, I got some comments here. Hold on. Oh, hey, Miss Key Kitchen. Good to see you. Okay. Yeah, you remember the movie. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Excellent movie. But anyways, don't go into, I'm telling you in advance, okay? Don't go into this movie thinking it's going to be all politically correct, because that was not the time period. I lived through that time period. Like I said, I was 12 years old in 1978. And there was no such thing as political correctness. I remember a lot of different situations that happened, and people just kind of blew them off, because I get called Big Booby Girl all the time. That's what they call me, because my breasts, are they're large, and I recognize that they're large. But yeah, that was something that I was called all the time. Oh, big booby, big breast, big booby girl. And so, hey, that just was the time period. I don't think anybody would say that now these days because you probably get slapped with some charges, harassment charges. But back in the day, hey, that's what happened. I just want to show you what I'm wearing. Hold on real quick. You can see it. Let me stand up in my chair. Oh, hope I don't fall. Wait a minute now. Woo. Hold on. Don't fall, Jeannie. Don't fall, girl. Don't fall, girl. Don't fall, girl. Look at my these are the type of shorts I used to wear. Look. I used to wear these in the 70s, mostly for gym class. So those are the shorts we would wear with tube socks. If you don't know what tube socks are, look them up online. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get off, and I will come back next week and do another old movie review, or maybe just review something that I'm watching on Netflix or I'm watching on TV. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate Miss Key Kitchen and More for coming in. Thank you so much. Yay, Miss Key Kitchen. Her stuff is really good. She has some really good food that she makes and some chill out videos and exercise and challenge videos, walking challenge videos that she does with GA Girl, Georgia Girl, I'm Every Woman. And her channel is very diverse. She just offers a lot of different things on her channel. So if you haven't seen her channel, I strongly encourage you to go to her channel. Oh, I strongly encourage you to go to her channel. You will really like it because I know I do. I thoroughly enjoy her channel. So I will talk to you guys later. Miss Key Kitchen and More. Yes. So check out her channel. And I will talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye-bye. I guess I should play some music out, but I don't have that up. Love y'all. Bye.